Hello everyone, welcome back to an online class 3D modeling class with me, and we're still discussing about surface modeling, and we are in generative shape design, still practice. In this week for 12th week, we are going to make two parts. Parts one is like plastic injection molding bottle, and part two also similar part. It is the plastic injection molding bottle, and the second part is a little bit complicated. And anyway, I think it's both are these are parts are easy for you. Okay, let's begin for part one. For part one is, I think it's very easy for you. This one is just but you can do this for first step is, first of all, I think using extrude surface, and then this one is multi-section. This one also extrude surface, and this one in the bottom there is a different fillet radius, about 15 millimeter in here. Okay, all right, this let's do for first part. First of all, I suggest you to make like a geometrical set. First, make like geometrical set sketches, and second one is wireframes, and third one is surfaces. Just go to insert tab and select the geometrical set, and you just type the name in here, and this will appear in here in the tag tree. Okay, and okay, let's the first part define in a work object. Select the sketches in tag tree and right click define in work object, and go to sketch 1. For sketch 1, draw on the xy plane as this line, and then arc in here 20 and 50. Let's do this, and this one is CATIA, and go to this one is in the generative shape design workbench already, and in here select sorry, and sketches. Okay, and then reference, and then surfaces, and go to define work object sketch 1, and go to the xy plane, make sure the axis is correct. Maybe this one should be swept and vertical and horizontal in that direction, and I like to make a axis in here. You just draw the quarter, this kind of shape for bottle shape, and then we can do a symmetrical shape later on. Just go to like this and select the arc here. Make sure this one is tangent and coincident with this axis, and this one can move like this, and just give a constraint of dimension. It's about 20, I think, and this one is around 50 or 60, 50, 50, 20 and 50. Okay, after this, exit, and then if you want to create the extrude surface, go to above, upward direction, and before that go to the define in work object for surfaces and select the extrude, and it will another tab in here and extrude. Okay, for profile you just go to for okay, go back to PPT, and in this extrude, how much dimension? Okay, 60 millimeter for profile, sketch 1, and direction normal, type of dimension, and dimension is 60 millimeter. Go upward. Okay, let's do this. 60. Okay, now extrude. You have extrude surface for beginning of the hour part. After that, we want to create some kind of plan about the okay. This kind of type of plan is offset of the plan. We just go to for from this reference XY plan, and then the offset about approximately 100 millimeter. If it's this reverse direction, just click the reverse direction, should be go upward. Okay, so this one is 100 millimeter. Go to CATIA 100 millimeter and select this plan. Okay, you can drag this one, and you want to create another part from this bottle, from the arc surface in here. I'm sorry, for plan, actually go to sketch. Okay, I just drag it. This should be under sketches. Okay, select the sketches and define in work object. First, you have to do, and after create the plan, draw the sketch on that plan 1. Already name is plan 1, and create the sketch on the plan 1. And we select the arc in here from the center with radius 15 millimeter. Go to I think should click this like this. Okay, go to sketch, position sketch maybe, and select the arc. If you want to create the axis, you can create the axis. I like to create the axis because it's make very useful for constraint. Anyway, I constraint with this axis and also constraint with this axis, and then you just select the dimensional constraint radius 15 millimeter. After create the sketch with radius 15 millimeter, we can do extrude again, and then go to extrude workbench. We want to create another surface. After create the sketch, go to surface and define in work object again for surfaces. Okay, and then we can go extrude again. The name is extrude point 2 with the profile sketch 2. Select, we already create the arc in here. Select this profile and then type dimension 20 millimeter, which is type dimension, and limit second limit is not necessary. Okay, extrude, select this arc is about 20 millimeter. I'm correct. Yeah, 20 millimeter. Okay, now this one is the top of the bottle, and this one is the body from the bottle. From here, you can hide the sketch. We need the same kind of wireframes. Wireframes from this edge and from these edges. Maybe just go to define in work object for wireframes. Excuse me. And next, select the wireframes. Right click define in work object. As usual, we want to create some kind of extract one. In previous lecture, we already learned how to create extract, right? In here, propagation type is no propagation, and select this edge, which is elements to extract. Extrude to this one is /edge.1. All right. After this extract one, we have to also select this for multiple extract one for these edges. Okay. So select this edge and also select this edge. And the propagation type is equal to tangent continuity. Okay. Go to wireframes, define, and in here select the extract one. Select this icon extract. If there is some kind of boundary in here, you can select extract maybe. Oh, what happened? What happened? I don't do anything. I don't select anything. Select this extract. No propagation. Okay. And in here there is extract one, right? And for multiple extract, select the multiple extract. Select this edge and select this edge, which is the tangent continuity. All right. This wireframes is similar with the sketch, but the sketch is sometimes have problem. So we need the wireframes using extract and multiple extract. Okay. After this, go through the multiple section surface for surfaces. So defines in work object. Okay, go back to PPT. In PPT, in presentation, in the slide, I think there is nothing special for multi-section surface. Select surface, right click, define in work object, and we create the multi-section surface 1. Select this for profile, extract 1, and for second profile, select multiple extract 1, which have been created. Okay, nothing special, and we just create this kind of surface based on multi-section surfaces. With the arrow is should be similar for this one. I mean, there is no coupling point in here. I think it's fine. This one automatically create the coupling points. So I think just create in on the surfaces or define in work object. Select multi-section surfaces. Select extract 1. This one for extract 1 and extract 2 should be same direction. So click this arrow. Maybe a different direction. Maybe some kind of error. Oh, but different direction. So error. Okay. So you should create same direction. It doesn't matter. This we go to this direction or this direction, but some must be some similar direction. Okay. So this one for multi-section surfaces. This kind of surface is finished. We have created this one. Okay. If you look at the something like isometric view, we create surface like this. Okay. Now we already create the extrude, extrude 2, and multi-section surfaces. Extrude 1, extrude 2, multi-section surfaces. Multi-sections surface, I mean. And after this, we want to create the surface from the bottom. So for using extrude also, just create a new sketch for in the bottom on the XY plane. Using the line, just in this case I put geometry dimension 30. I think is no matter, doesn't matter. You can use 25. I think you should must upper limit from this one. Okay, and create the surface define inward object for surfaces. You want to create a new surface on the bottom extrude. In this case, using up to element. In my case, I select this point for the up to element for the extrude. Okay, and the direction for the surface along y axis. I think it's very easy for you. Just extrude this surface, create based on extrude from the line. Okay. Wait a minute. The profile is sketch 3. You don't need to using extract, and first of all, go to sketch and define work object. Okay, in this case, we create this new sketch from the XY plane. Go to position sketch, maybe. Select this axis and this axis should be same. From the center, create line, very easy. Should be vertical. And you need some kind of a dimension. Maybe in this case, any dimension except 20. More than 20. In my case, select 30. Okay. And after this, go to surfaces, define inward object. Just simple create surface, not from that direction, and the default from normal direction. We want to create from right click in here, y direction. Okay, in this axis y direction. How long? Select up to element. In this case, I select this point. Okay, very easy. Okay, after create this surface, we need some kind of remove this surface using split feature. Okay, go back to PPT first, and PPT. After this, you just select the split where this element to cut is extrude 3, and maybe we'll come blinking, and I don't know how to say it in here, fade surface, and this kind of surfaces will be removed, which is cutting element is this extrude 1 surface. Okay, element to cut, of course this plane we want to cut. And what is cutting elements? Cutting elements is this surface, and you can go to the other side. You want to cut this one or this one? Is of course this surface, right? You want to create a bottle, and you can preview, and okay, now this kind part of surface is removed. You can hide the sketch all and wireframes also. So this our first step, create the bottle. After create this, it's very simple. You have to join all these 4 surfaces. You have this surface extrude, extrude 2, multi-section, and then split surface. So in presentation, you just go through the join. After you join these all surfaces, go to variable fillet, which is an icon, something like this, for edge fillet 1. And for edge fillet 1, the radius is 15. In here, select this point, okay, and select this point is 5, and this point is 5, 5, 5, 15. After this variable fillet, I mean, the next step is you just go to symmetry and then join, symmetry, and join. This is your final step for this surface section. I think this bottle part is very easy for you, not difficult. What is next step is a join. Select this all surface. So select one by one. Select this all surface. Okay. This one, extrude 1. No, so it's extrude 1, extrude 2. Multi-section. Extrude 1. Split. Okay, and all join. After all joins, variable fillets. Variable fillet. Okay, in variable fillet, select this edge. Now select the point. This one is also 5. This one is 5, 5, 5. This one is 15, 15. And this one is 5. This one is 5. So in this case, you create the radius 5, 5, and 15. Okay, very easy, right? After create the edge fillet, you just go through the symmetry. Symmetry, join, symmetry, and join. Where is symmetry? In here. See the translation in here, translate, and select this icon, symmetry. For element, of course, select this edge fillet, and reference is ZX plane. Okay. Then okay, and you have to join again. Join, and then select okay. After create the join, you have to symmetry again. Reference plane, this one. Okay, the last final step is join again. So you create the excellent butter. This one is very simple case. Okay, it's not the hard part. After this one, you can go to part body and define in work object. Okay, let's go to the slide. In the slide in here, select part body on the tag tree. Right click, define in work object, and in the go to part design workbench, and part design workbench, select thick surface. For thick surface feature, the offset, I mean in this inside direction, so you should select reverse direction. In here you should select reverse direction, I mean. Okay, and this kind of final product for the butter, and you have in the tag tree sketches, wireframes, surfaces. And if you select the mass, and you can know the mass is about 0.026 kilogram. If you select density about 1000, you can change this density. If material, you know the density of material, you can select the proper material density. In this case, only 1000. So it's approximately 0.026 kilogram. Okay. Now go to the part design. You know what to do. Select this thick surface, only thick surface or closed surface, and in this case using thick surface, and select this object to offset. And the first part, you can see the arrow is go to up outside. You should select the inside, so you should select the reverse direction, so the surface will offset is go to inside from the surface. Okay, for 1 millimeter. Okay, and preview, and you created the surface in here. Okay, and then okay, so for solid body is thick surface, and this kind of tag tree all is only surface and sketch and wireframes. You can hide this solid bottle and finish your final 3D model. And you can go to select the mesh and select the thick surface for solid body, and you can check the mesh is similar within the presentation of around 0.026 kilogram, I mean, with density 1000 kilogram meter cubic. Okay, this part one is I think finished. I will do for second video for second part. This one is second part, which the multi-section body is like this, and this has fillet in here, and this kind of there is a bottom shape in here, and in the middle of the bottle you have kind of the profile, difficult profile or something like this, but you have to create very tricky model in here, maybe using sweep. Okay, with this bottle has dimension 150 and 25 millimeter height for the upper side, and this there is a spline tangent for in this shape. Okay, and in here slightly not difficult, I guess, using guidelines, and I think you should create the surface first and then using thick surface, right? Okay, this second part I will explain in the second video.